Let's be very clear that punk rock started in the United States. It started in New York mainly, around CBGB's, Mercer Art Center, Max's Kansas City, Mud Club, those kind of places, in the scuzzier parts of town. And what people forget, or what some people forget, is that originally punk American style was not very political at all. In fact, it was an art movement. It was performance art. The people in the UK, the young people in the UK, saw this as a way of getting back at their betters. It became very political and very class-driven. So while it was this art movement in the United States, it became something more of a youth culture, political class, screw the rich movement in the UK, which resulted in two different types of music. In the UK, it was very hard for those bands to make it in the United States because they were far too violent, far too political, far too weird, far too provocative. Meanwhile, the American bands, with the exception of the Ramones and a few others, weren't political enough and class conscious enough to make it in the UK. And the interesting thing that came out of all of this is that the quieter, milder, poppier, hookier bands in the UK came to the US as new wave bands, which was another marketing term, which was created by Sire Records, and which is the company that signed people like Morrissey and the Pretenders and the Smiths and a whole bunch of others, and the English Beat. This was a way of taking the angry stuff, or the less angry stuff from the UK, and making it palatable to American audiences.